I think I might name it Prince because it was the plant formerly known as Calathea. It's so fuzzy and nice. Hey planty people! So today I want to talk about my Calathea Warszewiczii, or Warszewiczii. Actually, I think it's Goeppertia Warszewiczii. Anyway, it has a really difficult name and it is a beautiful plant. I think it's also called Velvet Touch, but I'm not sure. I've always looked for it by its botanical name because that's what I first found out. Like, that's how I first found it, was by its botanical name. And if I look up anything else, it brings up like velvet ribbons or like Calathea rhubarba, and that's not the plants that I want. I wanted the Calathea Warszewiczii. So it's been on my wish list for about a year, and it's not a super popular plant. I couldn't really find it anywhere, and I was kind of wary because occasionally I would see Calathea zebrina being sold under this plant's name. It's a beautiful plant, but I wanted this one. I kind of gave it up looking for it over the winter, and then I moved to Chicago and I went to the Lincoln Park Conservatory before everything got shut down and the world ended, and they just had a field of these and I freaked out. My husband was just like, I don't understand. I stopped in my tracks, I freaked out about it, and have kind of continued searching for it on Etsy, and I would see the plant for like $40-50, and that's not bad. I just didn't want to ship it, and it wasn't a bad price for a plant that was going to be similar, probably slightly smaller than this, just because of shipping logistics. And I went to Lowe's on my lunch break. Really, I just freaked out because I had not seen this in a lot of, like, it's just hard to find, and I just love it. So this plant was actually potted up in a large arrangement at Lowe's with a snake plant and a neon pothos. And if you know anything about Calathea versus snake plants, Calathea like moist soil, they like a lot of water. Snake plants do not. They hate it. They want to dry out. So it's all been repotted now. So I want to talk about the care. The leaves like to curl when they are not getting enough water or if they have too much light. So that's a good indicator for you to either change the plant position in your house or to water it. It's part of the Marentaceae family. So the prayer plant family. So you can kind of see some of these leaves are drooping a bit more, and this one specifically is sticking straight up. That's because it tilts and turns to follow the light. So this is an understory plant, and it has purple leaves underneath, or purple back sides of the leaves, and the stems are also kind of purple. Another quality of this plant is it's fuzzy, and I love it. I love a good fuzzy leaf. The markings on the leaves also kind of remind me of the Maranta plant. It's kind of like a triangle rather than stripes. And I mentioned the Calathea zebrina before. Calathea zebrina has like stripes straight across the plant, and it also does not have purple undersides to the leaves. So this plant is native to Costa Rica and Nicaragua. I didn't know that. I often am surprised by the plants that are from the Americas, and I don't know, I typically think of plants that are tropical like this as being from Thailand and stuff like that. Like I should have to import it from a different continent. South America is a different continent, but I think it's really cool that it's from, like, I could drive there, sort of. It has white flowers that kind of look like soft serve ice cream, and the stems on this guy are pretty fuzzy too. So Calatheas are known as being pretty finicky about their humidity, and this is a humidity loving plant. The edges on this guy will crisp up, and you can see some damage on some of the leaves. I don't have any new leaves yet because I just got this guy. I do have a new leaf coming here, but as long as the damage isn't spreading, I'm not too worried about it. You can see some old damage on the leaves, and like this will never grow back. I see a lot of people asking about like damage to leaves and stuff, and I like to think of it as a scar. If the damage does not keep spreading, it's okay. It's like an infection in a human. You cut your finger and that immediate area swells up. It's not as concerning as if your whole finger swells up and falls off. Same with these plants. If your leaf turns yellow and crisps up or like mushes away and dies, that's different than having small little imperfections. So these spots on the leaves that were already damaged will never heal, but the next leaf will come out and it will be perfect and beautiful unless I drop it or something like that. The oldest leaves will die off and they'll turn yellow, but that's not a big deal. You can always cut those away. These plants are susceptible to spider mites. I've never had a spider mite on these guys. I have had it on some English ivy that is now deceased. I gave this guy a quick shower the other day just to make sure that it wasn't bringing in any more, like any pests or spider mites, because I didn't want to risk bringing that into my apartment. But I haven't had that issue with this guy. So this guy will live in this back corner over here in a low light area. If it starts to languish or do anything, I will move it. I do have this in a plastic pot. I do prefer terracotta, but I could not find any terracotta, and I have been having issues finding terracotta pots. So I just wanted to share with you guys this plant that literally stopped me in my tracks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe or don't, but it'd be great to have you back. Like I said, thanks again. Goodbye.